is having a moment. We've got the World Cup. People are moving here left and right. I mean, Atlanta is a destination, not only for people who love food, but for the outdoorsy type. We're finding that people are moving here from New York, California, and from Florida. I think they're getting tired of the heat. Here are the things you need to know before you rent the U-Haul. What does it actually cost to live here? Not the Instagram version. Not the Atlanta is so affordable. I mean, we found that out when we helped move Mercedes-Benz here a couple of years ago from New Jersey. If you want to live inside the perimeter, yes, the prices are going to be higher. But right now, finding a rental property is really hard. Everybody wants to live in Atlanta, and frankly, who can blame them? I've been here 46 years. So let's talk about what you have to plan for in terms of the affordability factor. There's rent, groceries, utilities, buying a home, of course, and all of that. So stick around because I don't want you to get caught off guard. So hey, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you joined us today because we're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly about moving to Atlanta. And I think I'm a really great person to talk about that because I've been here 46 years. We're going to talk about everything associated with being in Atlanta, not the stuff that the brochures put in there. Okay, so we're going to do a full-on cost of living breakdown for 2026. Let's just break it down here. Atlanta's cost of living is about 4 to 6% below the national average. And so what that means to you is, yeah, groceries are cheaper, homes are cheaper depending on what part of the country that you're moving to and what part of town you're moving to. I know that 4 to 6% doesn't sound like a lot to you, but when you're talking about monthly expenses, it can add up. And frankly, we're talking about thousands of dollars a year. Here's a quick snapshot before we dig into the details. Are you a single person and you want to rent? You're looking at $2,500 to $3,000 a month for rent. If you've got a family of 4, you're looking more for a budget of $5,000 to $6,000 a month. The median household income in Atlanta is around $85,000 a year. So the math can work, but it takes some strategy. Let's break down where the money is actually going. Okay, housing. This is the biggest one. And this is the one that's the conversation starter at every dinner party. A 1-bedroom apartment in the city is going to be about $2,000 a month. But if you want to move a little farther outside of the city, then it drops down to about $1,500 a month. So you've got to decide what's in your budget. A 3-bedroom apartment in the city, you ask, that's going to be about $3,500 a month. A 3-bedroom in the suburbs, well, that's more like $2,200. Here's the thing about living in Atlanta that outsiders don't always get. Where you live in Atlanta is the most important question. Do you live inside the city? Do you live outside the city? Do you want walkable? Do you want beautiful landscaping? I mean, what is it that you're looking for? You're looking for the food scene. The shopping scene in Alpharetta, Roswell is fabulous. The shopping scene in Buckhead is also great. But my honest belief is that don't move here if you hate traffic. Because frankly, this place can get gridlocked, especially on a Friday afternoon around 2 o'clock. I don't care where you are in the city. So a lot of people like to live outside of the city and commute a couple of days inside the city. And so if you're a remote worker, that might work for you. All right, for everyone who's done renting, let's talk about buying. There are some great opportunities, first-time home buyers right now. Lenders and the government are providing wonderful incentives, free money. You don't have to pay it back. It's to get people into home ownership because the government, like the Chattel Group, we believe there's no way to build wealth faster than through real estate. Honestly, 2026 might be the best time to buy in Atlanta. The average median sales price for Atlanta is around $425,000. Condos start at around $300,000. But with condos, you've got to think about the HOA and add that expense into what your monthly payment will be. Single family homes are averaging around $530,000. So I don't know if you know, but there's the difference between median home value and average sales price. The median price outside the city limits is around $380,000. Now here's what I want you to pay attention to. When you're looking at homes and you think, oh gosh, I'm really trying to get into that first time home, I want you to look at homes that have been on the market longer than 40 days. Those homes are a little more negotiable than things that have just gotten on the market. The rule of thumb around Atlanta is if it's not under contract in 10 days, it's overpriced. Sellers, I'm talking to you. Listen to your agents when they say, we want to start lower than what you think you want to sell the home for. Because what we're trying to do as agents is create FOMO. Homes that have been on the market for longer than 50 days typically sell for 96% of the original list price. So you can really get a great discount. And I would recommend always get an inspection. Even if you get the lowest price that the seller will possibly pay and the seller says as is, please still get an inspection. And part of that inspection I want you to get is a radon test if there's a basement, because radon is a big issue in Atlanta because of Stone Mountain and the granite veins that run under the ground. It's a colorless, odorless gas that causes lung cancer. You know, mortgage rates are, I swear, they're like a bipolar right now. They're anywhere from 6% up to 6.75. It's craziness, but it'll settle down. In the meantime, jump on the equity train. There's the average median sales price for Atlanta is around $425,000 next year when you're ready for it. On a $400,000 home with a 10% down payment, you're looking at around $2,400 to $2,600 a month. And that's not including taxes or insurance. A referral for any kind of insurance quote that you might want to get for a home, we've got someone that we use regularly. Actually, we have a couple of people, so I'd be happy to share that information with you.